All right, guys. Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. This is day 3 working on my wife's 55 four-door for a week. And I'm just now getting out here to get started, and it's actually after 9. I think it's about 9:30. So I need to open the garage door, get this thing pushed out, get this fender back off, and more work. Yay. I got the fender up on the operating table here, so I'm trying to decide where I'm going to cut this, because I need to cut pretty much the whole top forward section of this fender off. I want to get past all their crap here, and then where they've patched it in here, I want to just get rid of all of that. I'm thinking about cutting it like maybe right in through here and then up and then straight line it over and then back across. So when I do the same to that fender, I'm gonna pretty much delete every bit of their stuff here, and it should make the fender back into a decent fender again. Should, in theory anyway. I used a little Scotch-Brite disc on my angle grinder there and tried to get rid of some of the paint here. I want to get rid of all the sins, which is where they've went across this raised, peak here and flattened it off a little bit. There's grinder marks there. I've also got some pretty bad ones here. So, if I got to put a whole top off another fender on there, I'm going to get rid of all that garbage. They pretty much did the same thing down here. They've went across this nice rolled edge here and they've kind of flattened it off a little bit. So I'm going to cut way down in here and just get rid of all their crap here. They've used a piece from another fender here, and it makes me wonder if it's from the original fender that was, crashed. But it's got a seam here. I mean, that's an awful lot of work there, you know what I mean? But, when you're fixing up a car, amateur guys, and you don't have a welder, this is the kind of stuff you do, you know what I mean? This is just, what you do when you don't have a welder. I think the MIG welder is one of the biggest, most important tools to have in a restoration, because you have to use the MIG a lot, you know what I mean? You can put in patch panels. You can even build your own exhaust. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless with it pretty much. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly to cut two fenders and make the piece go on there nicely. So I'm trying to figure out how to go about this, and I kind of got an idea, but I've got this fender hole right here, this mounting hole, and then where I drilled the hole here for the Chevrolet script yesterday, that's an exact measurement there from the fender that I'm using the cap off of. So I'm thinking about taking a piece of string and running it over the top of that, and then basically chalk line it is what I'm thinking. A chalk line would be awesome actually, but I don't have one. I might go down and see if my dad has a chalk line or maybe some string. I don't even have any little string, all I've got is rope and stuff. So, but I'm thinking pretty much off that mark and coming over. That way I've got a nice area to, get a correct length on, because this is not going to be accurate. I mean, this could be out further, this could be, a lot less than what original is supposed to be, because they've handmade all that. I don't know, I'm not going to get out there sand right there going to that. I may have to go a middle mark in between those two. That's what I'll do. I'll go in a middle mark or something, or come back a inch or something. I'll figure it out. But what a mess, man. So I guess I'll run down to my dad's and see if he's got any string or maybe a chalk line. Chalk line would be nice. Well, let's see what kind of fiasco this turns into. Man, this is heavy. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You can see where it looks like ball peen hammer marks all in that. Look how rough that is. Man, they beat the crap out of that. Man, this has been a head scratcher. So when you cut the top off a Fender, they relax. So they shift basically. So what I've got to do is I put a tack here and a tack here first. Then I went in and started working this area right here. And then I'm slowly lining up, making sure it's perfectly even. So I'm using like a little tiny pocket flat blade screwdriver and getting in there and kind of working it either way to make sure it's even. And this is pretty much how I'll do the whole fender, is just kind of work my way that way, and that way as I work that way, it kind of puts the fender in shape where it needs to be. Every time you zap it, it moves around, so it's... Well, that wasn't real fun. That was a little bit of a challenge, actually. So I got a lot more welding to do, but I'm letting it cool down. I don't want to keep zapping on it until it's so hot it just warps out. I want to be able to grind everything and make it look like in raw metal, like there's no bad low spots and warpage and stuff. Well, it's going to warp, but I'll be able to work some of it out with a hammer and dolly, you know what I mean, from the backside and stuff. But so when I got over to this side over here, I got into some trouble. That's a curved area going down through there. Well, 2 compound curves. So when I was trying to line it up, the metal was too tight, because every time you put a zap, the metal tweaks. So it didn't want to line up very good in this seam right here. So I ended up putting 4 slices in it this way on that line. And I guess I can show you. So I ended up doing 4 slices this way, and that way I was able to meet up each section. So now it should grind out pretty good. But as I started zapping on it, it was like this piece was down a little bit lower than this piece, just a little bit, and I wanted everything to be perfectly even when I attacked it. But man, I tell you, that was a mess. I'm pretty happy with it. By the time I get done with the 2 hours of welding I got ahead of me, it should be pretty good. I actually had this pretty wide. This was pretty wide gap in here, so I put some wire in there, and instead of trying to jump that gap with the MIG wire, I put a piece of wire down through there and welded it all up. But when I get done burning it all in and then I grind both sides, it should look really, really nice. Hopefully. Noticed I had a little dent there, so I'm gonna stud gun those. All right, it is 4:45. It's time to put up shop for the day. So I didn't get near as far as I wanted to. I knew this was going to be a mess. I spent a lot of time measuring out, you know, measuring twice and all that kind of crap, which ended up being measuring about 5 times. And I still cut it too wide, the cap too wide. But after 1,000 more tacks, then going back and grinding, and it should look pretty good. Had a big dent here and a little pretty good tight little ding right there, and I tried pulling it, and when I was pulling on it the studs ripped the metal, so I'll have to go in there and weld on that and grind it. So I did get the, this is where I seamed it, was kind of up through here and right through here. This little hump, if you can see that right there, that is factory. It's in that fender. Anyway, I got it, all this is pretty much done, and in these corner edges I've got a couple of holes here I'll have to go back and zap that I didn't get tacked, but I'm out of MIG wire. I completely ran out, so I can't finish. I'd love to have got quite a few more tacks on it, but it is what it is. So by the time I get all the rest of it ground, it should look like it's never had a cap put on it, hopefully. So that sucks, I had to split that. It looks like stitches, like a cut, and then it got stitches, but it just wasn't quite lining up really good. I like it to be perfectly even both sides, because if you get one side lower than the other, you're going to have a dip in there and you'll never get it. By the time you grind it out, it'll be a big indent in the metal, so that's why I kind of lift up as I go and work my way around, and it always ends up being level and even and looking pretty nice. Man, what a job, let me tell you. So here's the cap. Let's get it out here in the sunlight. Man, that is I can't believe how heavy this is. Oh, there's a train for my brother. And Dawn, I think Dawn said something about the train too. So now that fender can go in the junk pile. I got a big pile of steel back here I need to take and get it cashed in. Well, I hope I can get another day in on it. I think it's going to rain tomorrow, so I may not be able to work tomorrow. However, I can go get me some MIG wire, but I ran completely out, run it completely empty. That kind of sucks. I hope they have it in stock tomorrow. It'll be my luck I'll get down there and they won't have it in stock. I'll have to go to my local welding supply and pay 2 or 3 times more than what I usually pay. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for the day. So another day checked off the list, or the calendar, I guess. And then I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. If it, you know, rains during the night, that would really be awesome. And then not tomorrow, but not with my luck I have. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow or Friday, depending on the weather. I'll keep you posted.